Okay, ready?
Yep.
Three, two. The Ride is a paratransit service that provides over 44,000 riders with more than a million rides annually. It's designed to support individuals who cannot use general public transportation due to disability. The service plays a crucial role in the lives of many individuals in the greater Boston area who otherwise would be isolated and alone. However, it extends beyond just transportation. It stands as a beacon of hope and mobility. Yet supporting these tens of thousands of riders with the answers they need can be challenging. There's currently a lot of rules and information that both the riders and the customer service employees do not know about. This information lives largely online through multiple web pages, web portals, brochures, PDFs, and only about 6% of the rider base actually accesses that information. Additionally, it's not uncommon for a rider to be shuffled from one team to another when they call in due to the immense amount of information living across multiple departments. On the employee side, for them to access information, it works like a basic Google search where they have to get the exact wording right, and it generates tons of links for them to look through, which isn't the most efficient because it takes time to look through all of those links. Ultimately, this leads to frustration on both sides and an inefficient support system.
Our solution to combat this problem is called the Ride AI chatbot. It is an AI chatbot with access to all public-facing ride policies as well as internal procedures, and all call takers will have access to the same tool. This effectively bridges the knowledge gaps between all of the departments and representatives. When this is implemented, when a rider calls in, regardless of which department they call or who picks up the phone, they can be far more assured of an accurate answer quickly. This is because regardless of what question the rider has, the staff member is now allowed to ask the chatbot and immediately get an accurate response with citations. Testers told us that this is the fastest way to access some kinds of information, so we expect this to greatly improve customer service interactions. This is a bit of background on why we chose this approach. We used a lot of human-centered design coming from 4,500 feedback responses, over 1,600 surveys that the MBTA collects on a yearly basis, as well as 24 of our own surveys and 8 of our own interviews at one of the call centers. What we found from all this evidence is that riders typically don't like using digital technology, and they vastly prefer taking phone calls to have their questions answered about the ride. Despite this preference, customer service still frustrates them sometimes. So that's why our approach here was to make the customer service experience much better so they can keep calling the way they want and have a better time overall. Once this is implemented, these are our following success metrics. We expect a reduction in call handling times as staff members no longer need to flip through brochures or ask a supervisor questions. They can just ask this chatbot. We also expect a decrease in call rerouting as the first person who picks up the phone now has the ability to answer far more questions than before. We expect highly accurate responses as all of the data that the chatbot references comes straight from ride policy books and brochures. And finally, we expect an increase in rider satisfaction as measured by the yearly survey.
Now to give a demonstration of what this product actually looks like. Just to set the scene, imagine I'm a representative on a customer service team that deals with signing up for the ride and just signing up for the ride. A senior rider experiencing mobility issues calls in looking to add money to their account to begin using the service. They're frustrated with the web pages upon web pages. They just want information about adding money without being put on hold or rerouted. So I'd go in and I'd type something simple like add funds to account. The tool would search through its knowledge base, provide me with an accurate answer in seconds that I could give back to the writer. There are a few helpful features to support me as a representative along with the querying. There's a feedback mechanism where I can report if I've had any issues with the response. I must choose a topic and the exact problem associated with the topic and a description of exactly what the issue is. There's also a source option that provides a list of sources that the tool pulled its answer from for me to review later on or to give back to the customer if it's a public facing document. Lastly, there's an email generation feature where I can opt to email the writer with the information I told them over the phone to ensure that no information is missed, especially details like phone numbers and addresses. On the side panel here, it lists my last 15 chats. So if multiple callers have the same question, I can refer back to my previous chat or go back and submit feedback. I can generate an email and I can also view sources. Pivoting to the administrator side, there's an admin panel here that is implemented through role-based access. And this entire tool is secured behind authentication similar to SSO, single sign-on. Admin here can view the data the chatbot is pulling from, they can update that data, and they can also delete the data. Admin can also view the feedback that call takers submit, they can download that feedback, and they can also delete that feedback. Ultimately, this tool provides a complete solution to the MBTA leadership to better support their customers and representatives in a stress-free way. Ultimately, the ride is not only one of the few paratransit services available across the US, it is currently one of the best. Therefore, we as part of the greater Boston area owe it to the subgroup of Boston residents who rely on the service to allow them to thrive and to continue the legacy of Massachusetts paratransit. Thank you.